Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. What's going on there? We're going to be taking a look at the markets today in this video. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video. I'm going to kind of give you guys my opinion on what's going on. Should you be buying the dip right now? Where I think we could be going. Give you, a couple of my projects I'm looking at currently in the gaming sector, which obviously is a big sector I'm bullish on in this market, if you guys are familiar with this channel. So if you guys are a fan of longer form videos like this, or just crypto gaming as a whole, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Your support means everything, as well as we did recently just make a Discord, so you guys can join that below. It's very new, so we are trying to grow that as quick as we can. And I appreciate every single one of you that helps achieve that. So right now, right on the screen, we have Bitcoin, so we can take a look here. Bitcoin is obviously down currently right now and kind of over the last couple days here. So we can take a look. Bitcoin, it was not even that long ago, a couple days ago at the time of recording this, it was trading above 70K, and then we just saw it over the weekend kind of go from 70K to where it is now, honestly, mid 60s. So a lot of people are freaking out. Obviously you're seeing in my opinion, I get nothing in this video is financial advice, just giving you guys my updated opinions on some of this stuff. So you can watch it or not, or let me know. We'll talk about it in the comments below, I'm sure. But again, a lot of people getting shaken out of this market, thinking that, you're hearing the question a lot on crypto Twitter of, was 70K the top? Most of us know that it wasn't. But again, always have to say it because it's true. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Maybe it was, but nobody knows. But I don't think so. But some people do genuinely think that that was the top and that they are, they're getting scared. Especially if this is your first bull market or first crypto cycle, it's easy. Whenever dips like this happen, it's easy to get scared out of your positions. I remember when I was first into crypto in 2019, 2020, there was some big dips that I just wasn't ready for. It's 2020. I wasn't ready for some of those dips, and we weren't even in like a full-on bull market. It's just really any dips. If you're new to this, any dips really, you're gonna start freaking out a little bit. So I always let everyone know. Just remember, zoom out a year ago. Where were we? A year ago we were, around 30K. Last April, and now we just crossed over 70K. I think, yeah, this is like the first time Bitcoin's broken its previous all-time high before the Bitcoin halving. We have the Bitcoin ETF. We have some more liquidity coming through the space. We have guys like BlackRock, big major institutions that are getting involved with Bitcoin. I think we're fine. And obviously we have the Bitcoin halving. Honestly, it says it right here on the screen, happening here in about 17 days, which is insane that came up so quick. But yeah, it's coming up. So many catalysts are around the corner that I think it would be, for lack of a better word, amateur to think that that was the top. So again, the first little bit of this video is going to be a little bit more of a rant on, again, just a current market stance. But I think if you're in crypto, a lot of people will tell you, and you hear it a lot, but it sounds like kind of a dumb thing to say, but it's so true. If you're in crypto and you're around during the bear market, or even the last couple of months, if you have positions in your favorite altcoins or projects, the hardest and easiest thing you can do right now is do absolutely nothing. Just sit on your hands. If you're not a trader, which 95% of us aren't, let's be real here. You and me, we don't do anything crazy special. So again, we're not day trading all the time. At least I'm not. I don't pretend to be. I'm holding for long term. Just sit on your hands. We have what I think, and I think the masses would agree, kind of a full Bitcoin bull run coming. So again, don't get shaken out of your positions. We're going to have a bunch of dips. We probably will have, dips all summer, and then kind of a blow off top. Maybe end of the year, if not, 2025. We'll see. But again, it's kind of my quick stance on Bitcoin, where we're sitting today. Now, obviously, if you guys are a fan of this channel, if you've watched a couple of my videos, you know that I'm mega bullish on crypto gaming. And we can see here, there was a time where this overall market cap was like 10 billion or less than that during the bear market, and now it's at 30 billion for crypto gaming. Obviously, a bunch of big projects have launched recently that can help, attribute to that overall market growing. But if we're looking at narratives that think are going to be hot, I always say that some of the biggest narratives this bull market, I think, are going to be gaming, AI, and DePIN / real world assets. I'm not totally crazy about RWAs, but I understand that narrative, it probably will take off. But I think DPIN, they kind of are similar narratives. That's why I kind of put them together roughly. But I would really say gaming, AI, and DPIN. Although I think gaming and AI, if you had to split your portfolio to exposure to two big sectors, I think you'd be foolish to not have exposure to either one of those sectors. But again, we're looking at gaming here, where I think the big gains are going to be. I love doing these longer form videos where I kind of just go down some of these general projects on the first page of the gaming sector, and then I'll give you a little bit more of my in-depth projects here that I have high conviction on. And yeah, a lot of them are going to be the same that we talk about, but it's because I have high conviction. If you're always looking for the new shiny toy, new shiny project, you're swapping your bags, your conviction on different projects, just because your favorite didn't go up like everything else did, you're going to lose in this market. You will lose. And I'm sorry. I got wrecked myself last bull market. So I'm telling you from firsthand experience, people will tell you the same. You will lose. If you're moving from chasing pumps and just moving out of high conviction plays to just trying to get quick buck, quick flips, a 2x sounds easier than it is. And if you're always chasing that, you're going to lose. That's why I'm telling you, if you have positions in your favorite projects, do nothing for the next 6 months and you'll be fine. Maybe even longer, but, at least you'll be fine. So where I'd be looking in crypto game right now, Immutable, obviously Immutable X is like the Bitcoin of crypto gaming. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think that, we've seen it climb from about 50 cents all the way up to over $3. I think, Immutable X, in my opinion, I think it's going to be a top 10 coin, and I think it could 10x from here, maybe 5 to 10x. If we have a gaming bull run, and if the market goes how we think it's going to go. Floki, I'm out. Gala, man, I always say this in these videos. I used to love Gala. Go back through my channel during the bear market. I had a lot of Gala videos on all their different projects, everything. I thought Gala was the play this bull market because there wasn't that many gaming studios at the time. But now, everything that's transpired, if you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know. It's probably not even worth learning what happened. But Gala Games, I'm out. But I think it will, perform. But I'm out personally. Beam, I think Beam's going to, $10 billion in market cap easily. Nothing's financial advice. Nothing's easy in crypto. But I wouldn't be surprised if it went to $10 billion market cap. Sandbox, out. Axie, out. Decentraland, out. Ronin, kind of the same thing, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked if Ronin 10x's from here and goes to the same levels as Beam. They have the most players, daily users. They have a great chain. They, Sky, I think it was Sky Mavis or not, I don't know. But the people behind Axie Infinity, the biggest gaming projects on the last bull run, they were behind Ronin, and now they have Pixels. They have some of the biggest games, Axie and Pixels, on their chain. They're introducing new games. I think, again, Ronin is one that is going to be, I think it's going to perform very well. Echelon Prime, I love Echelon Prime. We were talking about it sub $10 levels. It's just one that I held a little bit. I bought in at Echelon Prime at about $7, and I have taken profits. I'm out of my position of Echelon Prime. Full disclosure, I think it's going to perform. I think from the bottoms, it will, probably do 100x from the bottom of, I think this thing's going to billions of dollars in market cap. Again, I always try to be transparent with you guys. I think I sold too early, but that's fine. Again, I have higher conviction on other projects. I think Echelon Prime will do very, very well, but I think if you're trying to buy in today at these evaluations, I think you would get some decent returns, but again, it has pumped a lot since we first talked about a 10x, so it has done quite a bit, but it's still a solid project. It kind of merges AI and crypto with their colony game, so it is an interesting play. Scale, I've heard a lot about, but I have to look a little bit more into it. Engine Coin, I'm out. Superverse, I think, very bullish. It's actually retracing quite a bit for the size of the project it is. I think it will go to billions in market cap also. Steppen, out. Pixels, I think Pixels has the players. It will do very well, but at its current evaluation, I don't think it will give me, personally, I don't think it will give the returns that I personally am looking for. I always say this about crypto gaming, not to FUD or anything, it's just the truth. Let me know if you agree in the comments, but, crypto is risky enough as is. If you think Bitcoin's not risky, it's risky. And I am a big crypto advocate, obviously. But it's a riskiest asset or investment class that you can get into. And then you increase that risk getting away from the top 10, 20, 50 coins. And then crypto gaming, which is still kind of a speculative sector. Nobody really knows we're going to take off, but a lot of us have strong conviction, which, that's where it pays off. So, but again, so what I'm saying is that you already play a risky game. You're making it riskier. in my eyes, and this is not financial advice, everyone's risk tolerance is completely different, and that's fine. But in my eyes, if I'm already playing the riskiest game, I want the rewards to be there. So when I look at Pixels at let's just call it what it is, a $500 million market cap, I don't see, more, honestly, I don't see more than like a 10x from here. So even that'd be a 5 billion. I think it's probably going to 5 to 10x, maybe. So although the game's solid, I mean, like I said, no fudding on Pixels. It's a great game, great community. Love the project. I just think I wish it was at a lower valuation. That's all. I always say about Pixels is that if it was, a third of the market cap it's at now, I would probably have a position. But where it is right now, I'm out. Illuvium, I'm out. Although I know it's going to do well, probably. It's super high quality. It's like one of the grandfathers in the space also, and I think it's going to do fine. Zai, very interesting. Like a layer 3 on Arbitrum. Just, kind of out. Portal, very ambitious. I haven't seen a whole lot. I don't think any of us have seen a whole lot come out of Portal. I mean, this thing, people are farming it, and then it just, I think it's one of those projects, there's a lot of talk, not a whole lot of delivery, but that could change. Treasure, Magic on Arbitrum. I wish they would have moved chains, honestly. They talked about going to Optimism, and then they didn't. I wish they would have moved chains, because now there's Zai, and I don't think they're going to compete with Zai as much as I think they will, so, which is a shame. I really like Magic. But I'm sure they'll do well, too, if Arbitrum does well, if, Layer 2s do well, which they typically do. Wilder World, probably the best looking, even though it's not solely a metaverse, it's probably one of the best looking projects in the space. Granted, I know everyone puts them like in the metaverse bracket. They have their Miami metaverse kind of in there also with their racing game. It looks super quality. I mean, the quality level, check it out. And they're partnering with NVIDIA. It's quality. This thing will probably go to well over $1 billion in market cap. That's really not a surprise to me. Guildfy, yep. Seedify, if you're, I say this about Seedify too, this is my stance. If you're getting invested into Seedify, I think it's going to do well, but I wouldn't invest into Seedify to make like X's on it, profitability. I wouldn't trade it or treat it like an investment. I would only invest into Seedify at this point, at these levels. If you're wanting to get into Launchpad, into IDOs, that's it. If you're wanting X's on your money, I wouldn't go into Seedify because I think there's better opportunities somewhere else. Not that it's not going to do well. I just think that's not where Seedify is at right now. Bear market price, yeah, sure. Now, I would only go into it if you have the money to get allocations. That's it. And it's getting expensive now to get allocation rounds or allocation tiers that are worth getting into. It's getting expensive. So, again, big time, probably do well. Vulcan Forge, love them. Think they're going to go to $1 billion. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they're very solid. Nakamoto, it would probably do well, but it's, I don't like chasing projects that have done insanely, insane returns already. So, and if I miss the Nakamoto pump, that's totally fine with me. I have other positions. That's fine. Miria, hold a position. I think if you have a game portfolio, not holding Miria would be kind of foolish. So, which actually brings me, we're getting into some of the projects that we're going to cover anyway, so we can get into it. Miria, again, when you're looking at, projects that give you broad exposure to multiple platforms, multiple games under their ecosystem, I think Miria is a great one because it is essentially a Gala Games killer. Like, I've said this all the time, and everyone else says it. I'm not the only one. But, it's a Gala Games killer. It's essentially doing what Gala Games did last bull run, except a little bit better. I mean, if you were here last bull run, look at Gala Games today. That is not at all what it was last bull market, at all. I mean, it was, I think, Townstar and Spider Tanks as the bear market was coming. That was really what Gala Games was. And they had their nodes. That was it. There was no, insane delivery there. And by the way, Townstar is pretty much like Farmville. It wasn't an incredible game. People only played it to make money. Prove me wrong. But, yeah, I mean, that's it, though. And they had games coming. It was, again, like what we see, last bull market with a lot of projects. They said coming soon, and then they never came soon. Now, that's not the case with Gala Games. Just saying that that's kind of what it was at the time. So, but Mayor is doing that now. They're doing it a lot better. They have, obviously, they have their Ethereum or their layer 2. Oh, I don't know why that happened. Sorry about that. Let's see here. It gave me an issue loading the website. Yeah, there it is. So, Miria, again, they have their layer 2 that they're making here with 0 fees. They have all their different games. They have their nodes. They have a docs team. They have over 100 games coming to their platform. And, they've retraced quite a bit since their top here, about a penny 50, or 1.50 a penny and a half. Sorry, I couldn't talk. A penny and a half. So, again, another project quality. You're gonna see a trend on a lot of these projects that we're gonna be talking about today. A lot of them are in the red over the 1 month, and that's what you want to look for. You don't want to buy projects when they're super up. I get this question a lot. Like I'm sure a lot of other people do. A lot of people are thinking. Everyone's been asking. What AI token are you looking at right now? It's like, well, I mean, there's some that I was looking at before the AI pump because it seemed like an obvious play, but now I wouldn't be chasing AI. I mean, AI just had its insane run with the Vendetta conference leading up to it. No, I think gaming is going to be, if not the next, one of the next narratives to pump. So you want to look at narratives and projects before they go up again. So I think Myria, again, it's been a long rant, but I think Myria is one that I'm looking at. I think it's a relatively safe play in the gaming space. Heroes of Mavia, my issue with Heroes of Mavia, I love this project, but it won't show me. But this thing launched at to the market, really at like an 70 to $80 million market cap, and then it quickly rose up to a $300 million market cap, and it's on a 50% retracement since the top market cap was. So, and the vesting schedule's really long out, so it's not that big of a deal personally. So, I think it's gonna be one of the bigger mobile games in the space. I have it on my phone. I play it every day to earn Ruby. Hopefully, the earning mechanisms kind of kick into effect here soon. I think everyone wants it. I think it's really gonna. They've hinted at bringing the Ruby marketplace here soon. I haven't been up to date with it as much. I just play the game. But and when that happens, I think it's going to go bonkers again. So, again, I think Heroes of Mavia, if you're bullish on mobile gaming, I think Heroes of Mavia is it right now as far as could be one of the top mobile games this sector. And really, with the retracement it's taken, it's actually not bad. If you're looking for an entry on Heroes of Mavia and you felt like you missed it, check it out. Crown, this is one that we talk about quite a bit. I think we always talk about Crown on these longer videos. Crown is one that is a killer. It's on Solana. I'm bullish on anything built on Solana. It's got kind of the gaming and gambling, kind of like Echelon Prime, where it kind of merges two narratives. Crown's merging kind of the Gamblify narrative and gaming with the horses narrative as well. So, I'm about it. And, we saw over the 1 month, it's kind of weird how it's saying 0%. There it is. It's 18% down. So, it's kind of going down right now. But, I mean, I think Crown by Third Time Games is going to $1 billion in market cap. I mean, I genuinely do. And it's down right now from its local highs. So, again, another one. If you're looking at a potential position, this could maybe be it. I mean, I think Crown will go to $1 billion. Not financial advice. Do your own research with all this stuff. But, the Kentucky Derby, they're backed by them. The official game of Kentucky Derby, they have that Derby coming up soon. We've seen other horse racing projects in the past do very well, like D-Race, Zed-Run, Pegaxi even, so, I mean, there's a market there. Another one is Gaiman, which just recently launched. I've kind of given you guys my thoughts on this in the past a little bit. This was kind of my fear, is that it was going to launch kind of at such a high valuation, because I kind of like Pixels a little bit. I love the project. I love what they're doing. I'm very bullish on it. The only thing is that it's at almost a $2 billion fully diluted. Even the circulating market cap, according to CoinMarketCap, is, over 100 million. I wish this thing had launched at like a $10 to $20 million market cap with not as big of dilution. I would be all over this because it's on BNB, Solana. I love what they're building here. I'd be all about it. But again, at such high market caps, and a lot of people were farming the airdrop on this. I think tokenomics aren't that great as far as unlocks go. It's going to be kind of getting daily dumps, I think. Let's play out. If you want to get invested in gaming, that's cool. I don't have a position currently. I think that we could see a little bit more red coming out of gaming. Let some of the tokens kind of get, hit circulation here. Let it fledge out. Don't rush to get into any of these projects. If you don't FOMO, I guess I should say. Don't FOMO into these. If you have high conviction on some of these positions and you want to top up on them, great. But just because gaming's a new project and you love what they're doing, don't FOMO in, think that I need to get a position. It's like, well, look at the vesting schedule. Realize that there's a lot of tokens that are going to hit the market. Realize that it's kind of overvalued. I mean, let's be real. A $2 billion fully diluted is a little high. Quality project. I love it, but a little high. Let's just be real here for a second, you know. So that's my stance on gaming. Although, if it dips to a certain level and the circulation or the circulating supply increases a little bit more, I might think about adding a position, but I don't know. But they do merge again, kind of. They merge, you know, D-Pin gaming, AI, all under one roof. So I'm very bullish on them. Citus, oh, this has been a gem of gems. You know, I've made several videos on Citus Heroes on this channel recently. I mean, not even recently, just, you know, within the last year or two. A couple of years now, we've been looking at Citus Heroes. I mean, I was looking at Citus Hero last bull run. I love the Citus Heroes ecosystem, and everything that they've been doing recently over the last, you know, year has just made me more bullish. And full disclosure, I hold a position, I've said this every time, on Citus and Senate. You know, now they have their Citus pad, which utilizes a Citus token for allocations, which I think is why we're seeing such a big price surge on the Citus token, as well as, you know, we're seeing the Senate token kind of, I don't have it pulled up right now, but it's kind of falling a little bit. But I mean, still, this thing's at $100 million, over $100 million in market cap. That's crazy. You know, people always say, oh, it's a last cycle token, it's never going to come back. Yeah, BS. I mean, it's at new all-time highs. As far as market cap goes, it's already doubled, or it's already sort of eclipsed its previous all-time highs as far as evaluations go. I mean, obviously there was, you know, token unlocks kind of affect the price, but done. I mean, it's not even the full bull market yet. Done. That's why I hate that stance where people go like, it's from the last cycle, it's dead. No, it's not. Please don't have that stance. Yes, there's projects that applies to. I don't mean to get a little defensive here, but it just goes to show it's like, no. You know, research the projects, have conviction. No. Citus is a great, perfect example. You know, it was at market cap goes. And again, this is why you look at market cap, not price alone, if we're comparing stuff like this. But, you know, 100 million last time. It got to, what, 130 million recently? Done. It's already beaten its previous all-time highs as far as market cap goes. Done, which is the only thing that matters. Done. So, love it. And again, they do monthly major token unlocks. They are adding more utility to it, you know, nonstop. I'm all about it. So, again, I rant there, but that's nothing new for you guys. If you guys are familiar with this channel, you know that I'm all about the Citus ecosystem for both tokens. I think Senate's a little bit more, you know, undervalued. So, you know, I like Senate a little bit more as an investment sake, but I do think that now they have a little bit more utility for the Citus token, you know, with allocations with the launch pad. But it depends on what projects launch on them, and I think that they will make there's added utility for the Senate token as well. We've covered it, but I think there will be more utility coming for the Senate token because the team has said they do want to introduce more of a utility for the Senate token. They don't have plans to leave it in the dust. They're going to utilize both of them. It's definitely one of the best dual token ecosystems I've seen out of the whole space. I've always said about Citus Heroes that they have one of the best, if not the best, dual token ecosystem. Because usually I'm not a fan of that, but I think they pull it off very well. So I'm bullish on them. Shrapnel, you know, we'll keep this a little bit quicker on these last couple projects because otherwise this video will go on for a minute, and you know I don't want this to be an hour-long video. Again, I asked you guys on the polls recently about streaming, and I'm trying to set that up and find the time, but that is my intent to do that. So let me know in the comments below if that would be something you're interested in. But you know, Shrapnel here at 65 million. I think Shrapnel, again, is going to go to several hundred million in market cap. Not a problem. I think it will remain one of the biggest games on Avalanche. Game looks solid. They're only improving it. It looks great. I'm about it. Altura, again, another last cycle token that I still hold. Not the same position from the last cycle, but I have it even though it's last cycle token, if that makes sense. So, mega bullish on Altura. I've always said it's about Altura. I've said it all bear market. I've never made it a hidden fact. I hold Altura. I think that they make some of the best consistent partnerships in the whole space. So I mean, I think Altura is going to do great numbers. I'm holding it. GameSwift. I thought it was going to be Games for a Living, but GameSwift. Love GameSwift. I think it's another project. Perfect example of it's dipping. It's down 20% over the 7-day, 30% over the 1 month. I'm very bullish on GameSwift. The tokenomics are not that bad. Please, before you comment, you know, GameSwift tokenomics fully diluted, it's terrible. Do the research. Look at the tokenomics. Look at the unlock schedule. Look at the fact that about 40 or 40% of the supply is locked. Not bad at all. I mean, it's really people. this is one of the projects. It's a perfect example of like do the research. Honestly, do the research. Yes, there's gonna be dilution, but not as bad as something like CORPO, which we'll talk about in this video, or like even like Myria. Whatever. I digress. But GameSwift, super bullish on them. OTK, if you're bullish on Solana and mobile gaming, then this is your project for mobile and Solana gaming. I hold a big bag of OTK, so I've been vocal about that. Again, I try to be transparent. This project consistently forms new all-time highs, higher lows. It is consistent, so it wants to break all-time highs no matter what dip we're in. So I'm very bullish on OTK. I've made multiple videos on them. CORPO, the new kid on the block. I mean, it's down 7% today, and you guys just saw I made a video a couple days ago. Pointing out if I thought CORPO was a good buy or not. So check out that video if you want my stance. But, I think CORPO is going to do very well long term. They have quality games in their ecosystem that they're building. Citizen Conflict, Animates have the Ego mobile game as well. It's a game platform, game launcher. You know the gist. But they have a huge team, a huge docs team. Their CEO founder is always active on social media, on Twitter. So, yeah, I think they're going to do very well. Aether Games. The IP that they have, the Wheel of Time, I've yet to see the show fully. So, I think Aether Games is really undervalued. I don't think it was unlocks here for a couple more months. So, it's very good. The only thing, and the team has said that they have plans to go either omni-chain or just swap chains. I wish it was on Avalanche or Solana, but it's on Polygon. But again, the team has discussed that point in a bunch of AMAs that they have done. So, again, I think Aether Games is undervalued, and again, if you're bullish on like gaming studios, it's not just a trading card game. They have multiple games in their ecosystem that they're going to be building out. And again, if Amazon talks about it, since Amazon I think owns the Wheel of Time, or if the Wheel of Time talks about Aether Games, or they kind of make some kind of marketing there or post, it wouldn't take much to move this thing. So that's my stance on Aether Games. Mixmob, again, it kind of goes to the same thing of if you're bullish on Solana and Solana gaming, which I am. Mixmob is a quality project on Solana. It's a quality game. Really, I like the artwork, and it's at such a low valuation, sub 10 million, that, I'm very bullish on that. It won't show me the market cap, but, I did put an alert on my Patreon when it was at like $7 million in market cap, right before it ran to about a $17 million market cap. So, I took a little bit of profits because I didn't think we were there yet, but that was, nice little position to have right there. And I still hold my position in Mixmob. I just resized it a little bit more after taking some profits there. So again, that's why you have high conviction in these plays, and don't have too many coins in your wallet, really, because it just gets hard to keep track of what every project's doing. So last one here is Vendetta Games. I have talked about Vendetta Games, in other videos. Very bullish on them. Now, a big reason why I'm bullish on Vendetta Games is the market cap. I mean, this thing's at a $1.5 million circulating market cap, even fully diluted of $34 million. Now, they do have, I think, a pretty big unlock considering, what the circulating is right now. A couple more percent of the supply is coming out here in a couple days here. So, just be aware of that. You can find it on, like, other websites like Crypto Rank, Chain Brokers, the team, whatever. You can find it. They have a couple unlocks coming out here soon that I'd be wary of just because it's one of the first unlocks that will hit it. Just be aware of that. But otherwise, I think Vendetta, super undervalued for what they're building. I think that this thing could easily, 20, 30x, just given the market cap. If it gets a little bit of attention on it, they have over about 7 Wild West mini games building. They look quality. They have like a Wild West theme. And, I just think when this next gaming narrative takes off, I think this project is due for a pretty decent run. I think it'll run to 10 million, no problem. But, again, that's not financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know my stance. But that's it, guys. I mean, that's a couple of my highlights here I'm looking at. Again, like Vendetta, Mixmob, Aether, CORPO, OTK, Games, Altura, Shrapnel, Sidus Ecosystem, Gaimin, Crown, Heroes of Mavia, Myria, and, a couple other ones that are in here that we talk about a lot that I couldn't include every single project. It would be a super long video, and I don't want to do that. So, set that for a live stream, because that might happen. Really, it might. So, either way, let me know in the comments below if you guys like these longer form videos, if you get value out of this, or if it's too long, if you just want deep dives, let me know. I'll do whatever. But otherwise, Really, you know, like I said, we're trying to grow our Discord. You can join it in the link below. It's completely free to get in there. Just ask me questions, or you know, we can share projects. We have a couple guys in there right now. Somebody just shared a project in there that you know just launched. We try to help each other out. Want to grow that, and then we have I have my Patreon. You guys can join below if you're just curious on what I'm doing. It's completely optional. Or again, if you want feedback or help along your journey, because you know everyone else says this, and it's kind of a corny line, but it's true. You know, it's hard going at it alone, especially if you're inexperienced, if this is your first bull market. So get help, or just join some free communities even, and just bounce ideas off each other. That's what I would recommend. But, you know, I digress. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing right now. Are you resizing or reallocating your portfolio? Are you sitting on your hands? Are you happy with where you're at? Or where do you think we're going on some of these projects? Or let me know some of your top gaming projects. I'd be interested, and I try to answer all you guys' comments. And otherwise, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.